Lesson 17, Part 1C, the aorist active imperative. Aorist active imperative equals third stem plus imperative A endings. This is for first aorist active imperative, so no theme vowel because it's first aorist. Second aorist active imperative, same thing, except now we do have the theme vowel, third stem plus epsilon plus imperative A endings. And again, it would have been omicron or epsilon, but we don't have an omicron because there's no endings that start with a mu or a nu. Now note, first aorists never have theme vowels except in the subjunctive. And also note, augments only show up in the indicative. So these formulas are exactly what we would expect. No augment because it's not indicative. And we're using imperative A ending. So we don't need to worry about if it's a primary ending or a secondary ending because they're imperative endings. So we have akusan, akusata, sato, akusate, akusato-san. And then for second aorist, we've got ace aelphe, ace aelpheto, ace aelphete, ace aelphetosan. And you can look at the translations of them there, but they're what we would expect to be. Now note, the second plural is not identical to the indicative because there is no augment. So thankfully, nothing to worry about there, unless you happen to have a verb that looks exactly the same with and without an augment, like maybe heurisco, then that one might be identical, but the rest of these we don't have to worry about. The meaning of the aorist active imperative is the same as the present active imperative, at least as far as we're concerned in English. We mentioned before that there's a slight nuance difference of either begin to do something or begin and continue, continue doing something or begin and continue for the present, but we're not going to bring that across. So as we're translating, we're just going to translate these the same. In the first aorist, the alpha drops out in the second singular. So note that the alpha has disappeared right here. The second singular ending is different for the first and the second aorist. You notice we have the on ending here, and we have just the plain epsilon from the theme vowel here with no endings. Those are different. So do note that those are different. Again, you don't have to be able to form these, but you do have to be able to recognize them. Occasionally, a second aorist will take an alpha theme vowel. Don't worry about when this occurs, just be able to parse the verb. So certain verbs, they'll take a random alpha in there. Basically, the idea is people misuse grammar all the time, and eventually if enough people misuse the grammar, it becomes normal. So that has become normal a little bit in Koine Greek, so it may show up that way. Don't worry about it too much. Summary: first aorist active imperative is third stem plus imperative A endings. Second aorist active imperative is third stem plus epsilon plus imperative A endings.